Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boys, the 1, 2, 3 count of wrestling podcast. Here to review everything that went on this past weekend. I have so much to talk about. But first, I want to say we do finally have a winner for the AEW ticket giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Massey, you are our grand prize winner. I will be getting a hold of you on your. I'll figure out a way to get a hold of you. On your Twitter, if you can let me DM you. I'll be getting a hold of you. Congratulations to you for the tickets. And
Congrats.
also,
Congrats.
I just filmed this last over WrestleMania weekend. My first Pulse of the Ring. I went to WCWO here in Indianapolis, Indiana. That should be coming out later this month. So be on the lookout. And besides that, whew, let's get to it. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the results?
Hold on. Wait. One other thing before we get into anything. There will be more promotions. There will be more giveaways. So, and it won't be just for new followers. We're going to actually do it for, it's going to be a hashtag base for the people that are following us already and new followers that come in. So if you're watching this and then you are like, yeah, I'm just gonna hashtag. If we don't see you following us, you're not part of it. So you are gonna have to follow the Twitter, the X, and the YouTube. Those are always going to be the prerequisites for any of our giveaways.
Well, with that being also said, we have upgraded our followers from like 600 or so. We are now at 1,225.
That's good.
Wow.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thanks for the follows. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Now watch the videos. Like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Down below.
Right.
Do it.
Talk about how awesome we are or how stupid we are, especially how stupid I was over this WrestleMania weekend. Man, this is really the dawn of a new era, people. God. The Paul Levesque era. Let's go. We can get to the results and talk about WrestleMania at the exact same time, but yeah, let's get into it. Let's just get into it.
Let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in no particular order.
And that's it, people. Yeah, let's say
it's over.
Rhea Ripley and Becky started out night one. It was known or told to us that Becky had 102 fever and was suffering through strep. I guess that worked in her favor that it was super cold.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for them, but it worked in her favor that it was super cold. Her and Rhea Ripley put on a really good match.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I mean, it wasn't no Charlotte and Rhea from last year.
Yeah, but
that match
to start off the show.
Oh yeah,
it was
great.
And then the way the finish was, giving the riptide in the corner, then the riptide.
Yeah, that was.
Mommy always on top.
Always.
We're gonna go through WrestleMania, and then we'll go through that.
Okay.
And again, like I said, in no particular order because I don't remember how it all went down. We had Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos and Dominic. I remember
I remember this being the third match, and I was like, I remember this is when I started like, all right, my predictions ain't going so good. Because what the hell was that?
Even when he picked Dragon Lee, I remember saying it's like I definitely would have picked Andrade for that. So I believe they had set it up that Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a really good match. I'm going to say that a lot because WrestleMania was actually really, really good.
It was really good.
Very good wrestling show.
Their double flash thing that they did.
Oh yeah, with Ray on top of Andrade. Yeah.
Like I said on our Twitter, the 3 Count Pod. So don't remember, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. There's very it's rare to see something new for the first time.
Yeah.
That was something new that I've never seen before.
And it was so simple. It was like,
Yeah.
because everybody think about trying to do something new and they were like, oh, I want this to be new and amazing. Like, no, just the fact that it hasn't been done before. That helped. Because he was just on his shoulder and he just, it was simple, but sometimes less is more. So it was great to see. It's great to be refreshed like that. I'll say that.
And I'm going to shoot a little bit right now. The Judas Effect has nothing
Oh, on Andrade's elbow. Yeah.
on Andrade's back elbow.
Jericho
Like,
taking strays.
That
right?
should be a finish. I'm sorry, Judas Effect, but no.
Sound like a hater to me. That's all. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, facts be the facts.
Have you not seen Andrade's elbow?
No, I saw the elbow, and the only thing that made it look more amazing, it was looking like he was about to hit him with a boot and just turned right around to do it. That was amazing. That was amazing. Yeah, that was. But I think that he kind of messed up, and it just turned out beautiful. That's all I'm saying.
What? No, he always do that.
He does it all the time. So technically, he didn't mess up ever.
Oh, you know, one time I want somebody when he do his moonsault to actually roll towards him as a reversal, not roll away. That's gonna be a Johnny Gargano thing. Watch out.
Yep.
Watch.
We had Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. That, I'm not gonna lie, was a bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
Somebody
said the interaction on night 2 was better than they match on night 1. I was like, just them on the ramp. I was like, oh, you might be right.
It definitely fell flat on what it definitely could have been.
Yeah.
It could have been so much greater.
Yeah.
But
now I think the winner was wrong. I think Jimmy needed to win more than Jay. Especially after last night.
Nah, Jay needed to win.
Nah. Jimmy definitely needed to win. Not where Jimmy gonna be at.
Jimmy gonna be where Jimmy gonna be at. That's one of the things. He's a crony right now. And now the whole story about the bloodline is what
say crony to who now?
Yeah, I know, right? But that's the whole thing. If Jay would have lost, it kind of dampens him as a main event, especially with that match. So him winning, he's already the face. He's already put over. That was like the last step for him to really not the last step, but it helps him break away from the bloodline story altogether because that one needed to be told. So now him gotten the win and he can go on and he could fight for the US title. He could fight for the Intercontinental. He could go and do that. And they may give him the rub on one of them. Definitely won't be the Intercontinental, but he needed it.
He messed up my prediction, so
yeah,
I'm saying no.
Yeah. There was a couple of things. Jerry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Jerry Bradshaw Layfield. He
Jerry.
JBL.
John.
Yeah, John. Yeah,
Jerry.
JBL. My mind is gone. My mind is a little gone right now. But JBL, when he said it was going to be Dominic, I sent it in the text. He just jinxed me. I knew it was a wrap when that, and then I started listening back to JBL. I'm like, oh, yeah, I should have probably saw this before. They probably should have did this a week before we did our predictions because he just jinxed me.
The one surprise of the night was Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
We all picked Gunther to win. And for the most part, Gunther was dominant.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that he was going to lose the moment that he started doing the dives and started taunting Sami Zayn's wife. Like, I told Brie, I was like, He's about to lose.
My uncle said Gunther don't never need to do another splash ever again. Like, yeah, he don't do that all the time, man.
Yeah, it ain't something you do. Yeah.
But Sami Zayn hit him with the brain buster off the top rope. That's how you know that it's a new era. We will talk about that.
Yeah.
And hit, I think, 2 haluva kicks.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Sammy is your new Intercontinental Champion. And after 666 days,
the day of Vince McMahon,
the greatest Intercontinental Champion was dethroned. A lot of people didn't like it, but
it was
their thought was that they wished it was Chad Gable. Yeah. Instead of, Sami Zayn, but it is what it is.
No, it was deserving, and
very much so.
And it was a consolation prize for Sammy, and I don't mean that in like how people say, "Oh, it was a consolation prize." No, it was a. Oh, I'm cutting out.
Yeah.
All right. How about now?
There you go.
All right. Yeah, people were saying that it was like a consolation prize. I don't want to say it's a consolation prize in the sense of it being, oh, you couldn't get the number one title, so we're just going to give you this. It was really like, Sammy, you done for a year and a half, almost 2 years straight, you have put Raw and SmackDown on your back, you done put the Bloodline on your back, you done did all of these things, you deserve a belt. And they gave it to him against a person that brought prestige back to the Intercontinental Championship. So,
well, I mean, I said that he should hold it until Bash in Berlin. Now I think that he's going to be going for a world title.
Yeah.
At Bash for Berlin. That's the only way that you could justify him losing the title right now, is if you're now
put him in the world title or the undisputed. Yeah.
I want him to go for the WWE title. Because after last year, 2 years ago, the Royal Rumble, when it was him and Cody.
Yeah. That story they can go back to. The boy, they done Gunther being the first one in, Cody being the last person to face him, and it was just that is something that needs to be addressed. We got to go back to that. And Triple H is fucking genius.
We had Damage Control versus Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. I don't know. I've called them the Stormiest Glow. I've called them the Holy Trinity. I guess we can just call them the Big Three. But
yeah, I like that.
They had a good match for Jade's first match in WWE.
Yep.
I saw people who tried to shit on it, but even like, because I think we all knew that was the match, and I'm not going to say it. Well, yeah, I will say this. It covered up not her weaknesses, but it showed her strength.
Yeah.
Jade, from the moment she was in AEW, had to be the number one champion in AEW. And that's as a rookie. She never really had any ring time.
Yeah.
So she can't do the long matches like people are used to. So you had Asuka, Dakota, Kyrie, Bianca, and Naomi. 5 veterans who have been doing this for, just longer than Jay.
Yeah.
And they can help guide her to be better. And just hide her weaknesses.
Okay. I got a question for you. What was the longest match you was in?
That wasn't a battle royal.
Yeah, that wasn't a battle royal.
I'd say about 15, 20 minutes.
All right. How hard is it? Especially if
I
you
was dead after 5 minutes.
okay. And not even just the stamina to make it there, right? But
Yeah.
the if y'all discuss spots ahead of time, just to remember where those spots are supposed to be, to communicate with each other on what moves is going to go where. When you being winded, hey, you got to carry me for a second until I get my second win. How
Well, I
difficult
get
is
what you're
that?
trying to say. You're going in and out. But yes, there's a whole process to putting on a match. For the most part, people will. There's this thing called call it in the ring, where they'll just go out and, just like I said, they'll call it in the ring. Other times, people will go over it. It's not always us like what spots to do. Sometimes it's like, yo, I do this, 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 and then somehow they'll work it into the match. With wrestling nowadays, with them doing so much high spots, yeah, with Osprey and Ricochet when they were in Dragon Gate or DDT,
Mm-hmm.
their stuff, yeah, they had to go. I couldn't do that because I would be blown up beforehand. And when I was the good guy, I used to love it when it was time for me to get heat because I didn't have to do anything besides get my butt whipped. And I could take a good butt whipping. I can't do the whole high fly karma, just this. I'm like, and everybody talks about like cardio, but ring cardio and regular cardio,
Two different things.
two different things.
Yeah.
Highly different.
Yeah.
Like running those ropes, no matter how much you like have done cardio, it's a lot because you gotta run, you kind of make a brisk stop. Then the ropes throw you harder. Then you have to come to a sudden stop and just doing that over and over. Yeah, your body goes from quick stop. So
Unless you're Braun Breaker and you just keep moving.
yeah.
Move the whole ring with him.
But now I forgot what we were talking about.
No, we was just talking about your experience here.
Yeah. And it was going on with like Jade and stuff. So I think their match was 8-10 minutes. So that was a good, like, manageable thing for 620. I used to love tag team matches. So I only had to remember half the stuff. Like, I wanted to be a tag team specialist for that reason. I hated doing one-on-one matches. Put me in a tag. I want a tag team partner. I want to be a tag team champion. Damn it. But went off on a slight tangent. Bianca, the big three, there we go, got the win, and I highly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We had
the whip, her hair.
She accidentally hit.
Oh no, not the entrance. I'm talking about like when she hit I think it was Asuka. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't that loud.
No, when she did it, Brie wasn't looking up. She's like, what was that? I was like, that was Bianca slapping her with her hair.
Yeah.
And, that was a snap. But then we had also the 6-pack ladder match where they finally split up the tag team titles.
And it was at this point I knew I was not winning night one.
I think it was the second match though.
Yeah.
It was
Ray and Andrade screwed it for me. The ladder match was like, oh man, I what's going on?
Judgment Day, Awesome Truth, DIY, Cash Republic, A-Town Down Under, and the New Day. And it was just a
Chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fun match.
The
DIY came there.
to the table.
Yeah, DIY came there to make moments and not to win. Because what the hell was they doing?
Yeah.
JD went through the tables. The air raid crash from the top.
Tommaso, like I said, DIY was there to make moments,
Mhm.
not to win, not yet.
And R-Truth
We
was
gonna
trying to
get
help him. Hey.
We got the hot tag from R-Truth.
Man.
R-Truth is, oh my God, he was the
He deserves
MVP of that match.
He deserves it. He deserves it. I
The
teared
hot tag
up.
in the middle of the ladder match. Yeah.
For a moment, that was my WrestleMania moment. R-Truth winning. That was my WrestleMania moment. But then the night kept going, and then night 2 kept going. So it was like,
I didn't even know this. This was the first WrestleMania match that R-Truth has won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they
was
kept
awesome.
saying that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was cool.
A-Town Down Under ended up getting the SmackDown tag team titles.
That's cool.
I didn't know if they could get the second thing of titles, but they definitely tried.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller got taken out with the throw on the ladders. I think he got power bombs.
Yep, power round out the ring, yep.
Which then Awesome Truth was able to get titles. So bam, we have 2 brand new tag team champions. And then we went to the main event. I was about to say Chris Benoit. The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth and Cody. Rock is a jerk, threatening to fire a referee.
That was the best part of the match.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock's mom looked like she was about to fight.
Oh yeah, I thought she was gonna knock Seth off the barricade.
But all in all, that was a really good match. The Rock pinned Chris.
Jeez, stop it. Pick Cody
Rhodes, which made night 2 Bloodline. What did you guys think of the tag team match?
That main event saved night 1 for me.
Yeah.
Not just for the prediction win, but just like it just made it seem like it was that much more important for night 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
The Rock is the ultimate heel right now. Like, man, I fucking loved it. I gotta stop cussing. I loved it. It was just really amazing. I was cheering for The Rock and Roman, of course. I just really.
But guess what?
You
were cheering for him.
I know. It was like all my predictions was like backwards, but it was great to see The Rock back in the ring for real.
Yeah, he was. That boy was
ready,
bumping.
Yeah,
I was like, man. Yeah, they said The Rock was carrying that match, and I would have to agree.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins couldn't do it, man. That man was barely walking.
Yeah, yeah, he was hurt. But yeah, I love that match.
Yeah, that match was awesome. He looked at the ref and just straight punched Seth and gave him a low blow. And then the ref went over to Cody and said, "I'm sorry." He can't do nothing.
Oh,
real quick.
I
do have a question for the tag team match. If you got one right, should that be 1 point? And then if you got both right, should that be 2 points? Or if you got one right, should that be 0.5?
Oh, your girl will talk to you about that. She want a full point, don't she? We're gonna give her the full point, so it'll be 1 to 2 points. So yeah, I ain't going against that. I
got no horse in that race.
Yeah.
None of my picks was, so
yeah.
You can just scratch that whole match off.
No.
It's half a point all around. Yeah, Obi FEMA is freaking awesome. I don't know if y'all watched Stand and Deliver, but good lord.
Yeah, I saw
that triple threat match was amazing.
Yeah. I got to see part of that. I was working, so I didn't get to see a lot of it, but I got to see part of that. And who it was Obi FEMA. It was I'm not familiar with their names.
Jack and
Dijak.
And Josh Briggs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Josh Briggs. Yeah.
Those they were putting on the show. I really enjoyed that because they was really trying to take care of him at the very beginning. he just wasn't having it.
That spot where Dijak had old boy on the shoulders, and then Obi came, picked him up. Oh, Viking Raiders.
Yeah, Ivar, NXT. Well, this would be a good match. FEMA versus Ivar. Give it to me.
But night 2, we had Drew McIntyre versus
this motherfucker. Oh my god, dude! All he had to do was leave.
All he had to do.
First of all, when the bell rang, I thought the match was over because I looked down and looked at my phone and I heard Claymore and I was like, "The hell, what happened?"
Yeah. It took like 7 or 8 Claymores to take him out.
Oh man, that was amazing. That was going to be if he would have got 3 on that one. That would have been my wrestling moment. I would have been like, "That is just perfect."
No, almost as bad as Daniel Bryan losing to Sheamus. Yeah. Daniel Bryan to Sheamus. Yeah, the 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be
Like,
worse.
they still had a decent match.
Oh yeah.
Again, Drew McIntyre got his championship win in front of the crowd.
In this moment,
he got his moment.
But he just could not go away. The same thing he was telling Seth about how he was obsessed with The Rock and Roman. He was just as obsessed with CM Punk.
He took his
had to go and talk to CM Punk. CM Punk took off his brace, beat him with it.
I just want to say something. After
Go ahead with the CM Punk hate.
First of all, yes, CM Punk ruins everything. Secondly,
exactly.
But no, honestly, that was all Drew's fault. And okay,
true.
I'd say I hate CM Punk, but I am loving him even more now because him just doing that, blowing the kiss at his girl, it makes you, man. It was like, oh my god.
Should have got worse last night.
Did you see what Drew had texted or tweeted when
Bored
he
at
was
Bored at work?
Yeah. And then his next tweet.
They tweeted it.
Oh, that was funny.
Okay, but what I really wanted to say was the fact that we need to. Okay, if CT didn't already win, because we already know that he won the predictions.
Oh yeah,
because he predicted that Drew winning and then Damian and winning it. That I would have said, hey, he deserves to win the WrestleMania. He because I really did not see that coming. I know that it worked. It worked so well. But that was one of those shocking things because I would have been like, how would they bring that in? Like, especially knowing that Seth was hurt, how are they going to bring it in? So, because Drew's not really going to be beaten down by Seth. So how is going to happen? CM Punk, thank you, CM Punk, because you made that I told you that it was R-Truth. That was my moment. And then I said Drew Claymore kicking. If he would have won, that would have been my moment. CM Punk doing that and Damian Priest getting in was my moment until later on in the evening.
Yeah.
I mean, so applause to CT. Applause to CT. Oh, and just one more thing. Who was it? It was Lash. It was the 4 that was doing the pretty much hosting Stand and Deliver. Lash.
Metaphor.
That's all of them is Metaphor.
Yeah.
They did an amazing job. They held it down. They were funny. They were interested. I really liked it. I want to shout them out. I do not watch NXT, but getting the chance to actually see that and really enjoying myself, I really got to start watching it more. I mean,
Cutting out again.
Going in and out again.
okay, yeah, all right. I got to get a new mic. Yeah, but I was really enjoying it.
But going back to WrestleMania Night 2, we had LA Knight versus AJ Styles. LA Knight won, whatever, what you do.
Damn, did y'all say AJ?
No, I'm the only one that said AJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. You know what? I went back and watched the video from last week. I was like, did he say AJ Styles gonna win? But then he changed it to LA Knight.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Hey, AJ Styles has new music.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I am too. I was like, it's well needed. He can, like, if he goes back like Superface, he can always go back to that song.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Know the vibe.
I don't know. My uncle was like, that was his least favorite match.
Yeah.
He's like, who are these guys?
yeah,
Like, first of all, you
bad,
can disrespect AJ Styles like this. And he was clowning LA Knight the whole night. I was like, all right, man, shut up.
Right. Like, both of these people are amazing.
Yeah,
like, that's what I was trying to tell him. That's what I was trying to tell him.
We had Logan Paul versus RKO and KO.
This is actually a pretty good triple threat.
It was.
Yeah. I do, as much as I can't stand Logan, I do like how they are making him look strong as he faces so many like Hall of Fame worthy talent.
Oh yeah.
No, and is okay. Part of it is that they're putting him against strong people to make him look real good, but he's delivering. I got it. He put on good matches. He put on great matches. Him hitting RKO, hitting Randy with the knuckles, and that him not getting that pin, and he just backed up afraid. Like, I don't know what to do next. It was just all amazing. Like, it was storytelling, and he played his part well. Like that was one of the things. Like, when he backed up. And please tell me if I'm breaking up again. But when he backed up in fear, that made me like, oh, he has it. He has it because he knows that he's not the for the most part, he's been a one-trick pony when it comes to his moves. He do we really remember his finisher?
No, because this is the first time that he won with Frog Splash.
Right.
Usually it's when he beat the Miz, it was this weird back of the head crush finale.
Yeah. But he don't really have one. It's been the brass knucks. So when he found out, yeah. But when he found out that didn't work, it was, I have nothing else. It was really one of those moments like, I don't know what to do. I am out of my league. I'm gonna let them beat each other up a little bit. Oh, that was another thing. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens together are hilarious.
They are.
Yeah.
The accidents that was happening in there, and Randy was like, okay. Then he tried to RKO him, and Kevin and they just stared at each other. It was amazing. And I'm so glad that I got to see that match. That was amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to say those things.
But yeah, Logan Paul ended up getting the victory. Then we had
so Samantha Irvin had put out why me and Logan Paul were in the same colors again. Hey, in your wardrobe, you gotta watch out.
Somebody in there in that comment said like they was low key besties. Oh,
hey, Ricochet.
Yeah,
you gotta go back and get it.
Yeah, you gotta get it back in blood, Rick.
We had Bailey versus Bailey Be So Thick, my bad. Versus Io Sky.
That's
really good match. You can never go wrong with Bailey or Io Sky.
Yeah.
The reversal for the rose plant. Oh my God. I jumped out of my seat.
Yeah.
She did the flip. I was like, whoa. That's EO. Or Leo, if
Baby,
talking to Otis.
I want to know.
Like, I can't wait to see that on Friday.
Girl.
SmackDown, baby. You know they're going to
Yes.
do it.
Our boy Chris will be at SmackDown. I don't know where his seats are going to be.
We waiting back. We there.
But if you see him, we'll talk to him. Hopefully he'll be somewhere where he can have a sign. They do the sign contest there. So I don't know if you're taking the wifey or the kids. Have the kids, do an artsy project.
Yeah, who are you going with?
So it's me, my brother, the wife, and then 3 other friends.
Okay. Tell Jared I said what up.
Yep. I will. He went to the AEW show with me. We went with the blood and guts. He's like, I don't know what's going on. And the guy next to him was like scissor me because of the acclaim. And he was like, what? I was like, just do it, man. But no, he had a good time. We about to have a blast on Friday.
I'm so excited because the draft. We have one more match to talk about, but we're going to pause this.
2 more matches. You missed one.
Huh?
You missed one.
I know.
Philadelphia Street Fight.
Oh, okay. Well, we're still going to pause it.
Yeah.
We have the draft coming up at the end of the month. We have King and Queen of the Ring coming up. And in June, I will be at Monday Night Raw.
Let's go.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this question: how good is it that the draft is happening this early?
I love it.
Perfect.
The fact that now if you do the Survivor Series and it's brand versus brand, you got people that's been there for a minute to build some rapport, to build some dedication to the brand. So that I thought that was awesome. When he said it, it's like, yeah, it's going to be about a month away or at the end of the month. I was like, oh, I can't wait to see who gets on what.
Well, like before we even hopped on, I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. We also had the 6-man Philly Street Fight match, which against it was the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley and B-Fab versus the Final Testament. My only issue with this was because of the Bloodline Rules match. I believe they should have put the Philly Street Fight on Saturday.
I can agree with that. Or if I don't disagree with the way that it opened with Seth, but it should have also, if you would have kept it on night 2, it should have been like one of the first 2 matches.
Well, the only reason why I say they should have been on Saturday is because there was just so much carnage within the Bloodline Rules match that it kind of like that's another slight tangent real quick. So at indie shows or just any show in general, we're always told we should watch the match before us so that we don't do the same moves, so we don't do the same like finish, so we don't do the same spots or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of goes with having the same type of match. You shouldn't have 2 matches that are pretty much the same on the same card, unless like the whole match, like it's Extreme Rules, like all the matches are like that. I just believe they should just separated it. But besides that, it's a really good match. You had Bubba Ray as the referee. There was somebody else that was there too.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
There we go. Snoop on commentary.
My uncle loves Snoop on commentary. They said give him a contract. He was hilarious.
Yeah, no, Snoop is hilarious.
And Pat together.
Yes.
Making me die with laughter.
Yeah.
That ain't no picnic table. That's grandma's table.
That made the match a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I know how people feel about Bubba Ray. I don't
I don't
care.
mind Nakamura.
A lot of people don't like him, but when
He got some weird takes, but
yeah, no, but when he was coaching them to do the what's up, that it made me feel like a kid again. That moment, because first of all, the fact that it was happening was amazing. But him
Right.
coaching them, and he was like, "Spread the legs, spread the legs." What? Yeah. Oh man, it was perfect. And then they slapping each other and telling them to get the table. It was
1, 2, 3.
get the
Get
table.
the
No,
tables.
but
Then the table broke. But
yeah, and then went and grab another one. And I like the fact that in that they was continuously beating up. That's
oh yeah,
hold on.
it's like
No, that is one of the things that does separate AEW from WWE. If the table would have broke, this dude, whoever be on the table will be just laying there for a couple of minutes, and then they'll probably do one punch, and then they'll go grab another table, and he just knocked all the way out. This one, they was like, "No, we gonna beat your ass until we get this table," and that
well,
was
that also is a wrestling thing where when they just kind of lay there and stand, it's dead air, dead space. You don't want to have it. You don't want to have dead movements because then it really looks fake.
choreographed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they were doing is like, oh, okay, table broke. We're
Right.
gonna get another table. We're gonna keep hitting you to make you still weak. So
Yeah.
when we do actually get this move down, it's gonna like be effective. So that is just great on them.
Okay. And then one other thing. Black Twitter during that moment in WrestleMania, they have been on point. But the fact that when one of the things that they was doing on Black Twitter was whatever wrestler that they had, they put one of those African hats on them. And one person was like, "Why the black people?" He was like, "Bubba, why do the black people still got to get the table?" Like, it was amazing. I love Twitter that night. But yeah, it was funny. I love that match. That Bubba Ray moment of him coaching them was my moment until the night continued.
And then we have the main events.
Oh man.
Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Bloodline news.
Man. All right. I'm just let me get this out the way because I've been doing this throughout the whole podcast. There was one moment that was my WrestleMania moment. And that was when Roman Reigns did the crossroads on Cody, got the pin, got the 2, and then said that move sucks. Like it don't do anything. Like this move is just stupid. And I just really wanted to rub his face in it. Like that was perfect heel. And
so Bo was like he was going in, he's like, Cody winning, but he's like, the more the match went on, he was like, all right, Roman. He like when you could hear him talking in the ring now.
Yeah.
It's like, Roman been doing that for the past 3 years.
Yeah. That's what I love about Roman. But him doing the crossroads and him, that move really sucks. It don't do nothing. I was like, that's perfect. That's my moment. There's nothing else I could do. There's nothing else nobody could do. And that was my moment.
I was wondering within the match when the rest of the bloodline was going to come in. Because I think they went like 25, 30 minutes. But I liked how the first part of the match, like actually 90% of, not even 90%.
A good portion of the match was just Roman and Cody.
Yeah, 95% of the match was just Roman and Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Then once Jimmy hit, then all the shenanigans started happening. But as much as the bloodline got involved, they weren't that involved.
No, they weren't.
It was all they were doing was stopping Cody from winning. They weren't necessarily beating him down. Yeah. And then as soon as
except for Solo.
one thing would happen. Well, yeah.
Solo was
Solo.
beating his ass and screaming at Roman.
Yeah.
But
Get
as
up.
soon as one thing would happen, bam,
It
here
was
comes
somebody else.
somebody to take that person out. So we had Jimmy come, super kick him. Here comes Jay. Fight. Crazy dive off the stage.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Solo Sikoa come out. Like I said, he's yelling at him. Get up. Finish him. Roman,
Bro's
know.
like, I know.
Dog. This is where my heart dropped because I knew that it wasn't happening.
Right.
It was the Samoan Spike and the Spirit together.
Oh yeah, and he kicked out.
And he kicked
Yeah.
out. I was
Mhm.
like, man, I lost this one. This and there ain't nothing else that can happen. And then Mr. You Can't See Me comes out. Oh,
I was telling my uncle, like, watch John Cena come out. He's like, why was Cena come out? I was like, well, Solo was the last person Cena beat.
yeah.
He's like, what? That's stupid.
No, Solo was the last person that beat Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. That's what I meant. Solo beat
And then
Cena and Cena left.
He came out, AA Roman, AA Solo on the table. Then who should come out?
The final boss.
The final boss.
The man, dog. He rock bottomed him and then told him to get the fuck back to the.
Yeah.
I was like, oh God, The Rock is evil.
I forget who said it, but it was Black Adam versus what's his character's
Peacemaker.
name?
Was it
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, yeah.
And someone was like, it went just how an actual face off with them would go.
Yeah.
But like Cena couldn't do too much
No, he
because he is filming a lot of stuff.
He's filming
But
Peacemaker.
he did say that he has one more run in him. Hopefully next year. So just so I'm staying healthy.
So they said John Cena had a match in every year since 1999
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the one last night. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he made an appearance. He
And
There we
then
go.
The Rock came, rock bottomed him, was yelling. Everybody, I thought it was going to be Stone Cold.
everybody thought it was gonna be Stone Cold.
No, it was
Then
before that.
Dom did it.
No,
No.
before that. No, before that.
What do you mean?
The Shield music hit.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Shit.
Yeah, it was. It
Because I
was.
was like, because everybody was like, that Dean Ambrose. If John Moxley would have showed up, I would have threw my chair out of my window.
Somebody said if John Moxley would have showed up, then AEW would have truly been dead.
No.
Yeah, they done.
If John Moxley would have showed up, I would have claimed victory over WrestleMania because I called it. I had
You called
called.
it.
I said he leaving, he gonna make an appearance. I said it, but it didn't happen. So I still lost. So I'm a loser.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
That showed up and got Superman punched.
immediately.
that Superman punch was amazing.
Yeah, that was laid out like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
And then the Gong Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Gong Kid, yeah.
Undertaker
Which
comes
I
in.
really didn't get because I was like,
Why does Undertaker here? But something happened.
it was like the Rock didn't come to his stand up or something. Like, what happened?
He didn't like his portrayal on Young Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I got
Yeah, that ain't me.
no, somebody had posted a meme on Facebook and it was it's in this group called the Simpsons Wrestling Memes, and they take Simpsons scenes and it
Not hearing a single thing you said.
oh
Gotta
my
fix the mic.
goodness, come on. My mic is showing. All right. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, no, they did the Simpsons scene. They was like, it had Stone Cold coming, and Tony Khan was coming to pick up Stone Cold. It was like, it's messing up. Well, fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Chris, could you hear him?
No, it was like cutting in and out.
Okay.
Oh, y'all.
But then
Oh, can y'all hear me? Please tell me y'all can hear me.
yes.
Okay, so let me just say this one thing, because fuck the meme. That meme don't even matter. When Undertaker came out and he choke slammed The Rock, I was laying and I was watching it with my wife at this moment, and I was showing her. I was like, "Oh my God, that's the Undertaker!" And it happened, and she was like, "So a trucker just killed Elvis." I was like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
WWE
That's
has
pretty good.
posted something. They've posted when the Undertaker showed up, but from like everybody who's doing commentary. So you have English, you have Spanish, you have Mandarin, you have Portuguese, Tagalog. Just and it's just funny just to watch.
I'm gonna have to watch that."
But after that, let's go come back on. Everybody's disappeared from the ring.
Yeah.
Besides Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes.
Oh,
It is the champ. And The Rock, I mean, not The Rock, Roman Reigns could have just went and started hitting Cody Rhodes. What does he do? Hit Seth Rollins.
He ain't never over it.
Never over.
10 years later, he ain't over it.
Which led to 3 crossroads and a 1, 2, 3.
Man.
My uncle got me. It took 9 crossroads to beat Roman Reigns. He's like, that move really do suck, don't it?
Yeah.
It
like,
was
chill, man,
so
chill.
shocking that Samantha Earl, what's her
Irvin.
last name?
Irvin.
Yeah, Samantha Irvin started
Huh.
crying. People were trying to say that she's overrated. Y'all keep your mouth shut.
Y'all don't know shit.
Samantha was the MVP
Yes.
of the night.
For her to
Yeah.
do both nights and still have her voice yesterday on Monday Night Raw,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And-
She's kind of superhuman.
And it was and there were moments like when Seth won, it was an emotional moment, and she punctuated like her voice punctuated that moment. This one just identified with what the wrestling world was feeling in that moment, because even though I wanted Roman to win, I started tearing up a little bit because I was like, he finally did it. He finished his story. Dusty's boy done got a championship. And that was one of the that is it.
What is up with your mic, bro?
I
don't
have
know
no
if it's
idea.
the wire.
I watch.
What?
No, it shows that it's working. And watch when I put this in, it's gonna be perfectly fine. And and you will see on the video that nothing cut out, but y'all just couldn't hear me.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna watch.
I'm watching on the mic.
Yep. Yeah. So
But after the match, he had all the baby faces come out. Sami Zayn was there, KO, Randy Orton. Obviously, Seth Rollins was still there.
he was knocked out though. He
yeah.
wasn't there for a minute. I was like, did
Well,
they really?
showed a video of him just looking, and he was crying.
Mhm.
My girlfriend Bree started crying. I was just like, "You a baby."
Whatever.
Nah,
It was
My
one of
mom
those
was
moments.
crying. He was able to give the championship to his mother, like he said he was.
Mhm.
His father-in-law was there. Brandy was there. I feel like there were some other people who showed up. Triple H came down, but that's not even important. Let's get to points.
Yeah,
We ain't got to do it. We ain't got to
So,
do
night 1
we
in
definitely gotta
last
do that.
place was Chris with 3
Whoa.
points.
I blame Ray.
In second place was Audie with 5 points. And with me getting both Raw and SmackDown rights, that puts me up to 7 points.
Damn, I didn't do all that.
Night 2.
I did that just in case you couldn't hear me.
Night 2 in last place was Audie with 5.
Damn.
In second place,
Oh, okay, never mind. I know why.
actually, Audie, you're in second place, actually.
Oh wow.
My
Eh.
bad. My numbers are wrong. And in first place, tied with 6. Even though I should probably give myself an extra one.
You definitely get an extra for that money in the bank cash in.
Yeah, you do.
We'll take. Actually, I did give myself an extra one, but I feel like I should not go back. And that's how I was able to tie you at 6. It's me and Chris, bringing our total score to Chris with 9, Audie with 10,
Shit.
me.
Shit. What happened? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's what's supposed to happen. Hold on.
I'm not
Have it
last.
right. This all right Mysterio fault. God damn it, bro. I swear to God. I'll bet against him every time. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'll bet against Ray every time from now on. He the real underdog in my ass.
Oh.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way this
But
happened.
now,
One
let's
last
talk
thing.
about
One last thing. There were also 2 special appearances that I didn't see coming. Stephanie McMahon opening.
Oh yeah, night 2. Yep.
They actually had it as a Triple H opening for night 2. So her being back was a huge statement into what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
So I was happy to see that, but I didn't look at the signs when Brandy Rhodes got there. She had her appearance. That's her first time being on WWE since Cody got there. So that was a big deal. I don't know if she'll be doing anything after. Is she gonna be his manager? Is she actually gonna be wrestling again? I doubt it, because they got a beautiful baby just there. Yeah.
He talking. I don't know what he's saying.
You know.
I'll just
Yeah. All right. Stephanie and Brandy. That's what I was saying.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was giving that look just because Axiom and Nathan Frazier just beat the War Dogs.
Yeah, this is one on Saturday.
Yeah. Oh well. It just makes it easier for both of them to go back to the main roster.
Watch out. Watch out.
Oh man, there's still 8 minutes left.
It's probably gonna be Trick.
Oh yeah. Trick was supposed to show it. But anyways, we're going to move over to
the Final Testament. Sorry, AOP on NXT now. With Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley then put him back in NXT. Damn, y'all.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
AEW will be showing supposedly the footage of All In where CM Punk just did a little choking. Just a little choking.
I want to see this little choker
of Jack Perry to make Tony Khan fear for his life. This is all just a petty thing that they're doing after the CM Punk interview. I think this is unwarranted. I think this is childish. I think that they should focus more on the talent that they have. They are taking time out of their program, their 2-hour program, to show this, to have a segment about this. And it just seems very
desperate
for ratings. That being said, I'm a hypocrite. I want to see the footage.
Show me the tape. Show me the tape.
All right.
Now I think it's gonna be like something like the Young Bucks filming like FTR or something. Because didn't they have a match on that pay-per-view? There's the Young Bucks versus FTR 3, right?
Yeah, which they're doing 4.
Yeah.
At Dynasty.
It's an old bait and switch. They ain't fooling me.
No, because they said that they aren't doing that. They said that they are for sure going to show the footage.
If it's one time to lie, it'll be now. Because this ain't gonna go good in the long run.
Well, if they kind of put themselves in a wall, like
Mhm.
themselves up to a wall. If they don't show the actual footage, people are going to say like stuff about it. If
Yeah.
they do show the footage, yeah, people might not say the most, but it just makes them look bad. There's no win-win situation for them.
All right, can y'all hear me right now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I put in a new chord. All right. I am feeling a little way with this because it is, how can I say it? All right. I said in with the interview, CM Punk left out a lot. I said that, right? I said that he left out that he did a promo on on Jack Perry, even though he didn't name names. It coincides with the story. After Jack Perry was like, after he little bro Jack Perry, and Jack Perry was like, yeah, you were right, but I just thought it would be cool. You went and did that. And then you just totally left that out. And then you left out the fact of what happened in that. Oh, yeah, somebody just got a little choke, and this guy he fears for his life for no reason at all. No, I'm pretty sure there's going to be footage of him. I won't say I'm pretty sure. If there is footage of him getting in Tony Khan's face, if there's footage of Tony Khan being mixed up in the scuffle, whether they bumping into him, bumping into tables that is knocking off monitors and stuff, Tony Khan would be justified in saying what he was saying. But I still don't view this ending good for them. Like there's no way for them to look right in this situation. The only thing that it does is just make CM Punk look a little worse. And if you hate, like he said, if you hate him then there's nothing that he can say. But it just gives them more to hate, right? But it don't help. It's not going to help Tony Khan at all, other than the ratings, because guess what? Their ratings are down. They need to do something. Nobody's going to their shows. Nobody's watching their shows like that. And it's a shame because they got to resort to something like this, because I refuse to believe that Tony is just trying to be vindicated. It's a business. You still got to do this. You got to find some way to get it. And I know that I'm going to watch it regardless of whatever happens. If the only way that to make this better is if CM Punk somehow get the video footage and put it on his Instagram. Like that, the only way that I'll be like, man, if CM Punk does that, he's the top heel. Because I said he was a heel from the beginning. But
somebody made a good point that Punk is the biggest baby face in one company and the biggest heel in the other. I was like, damn.
So
he really is a
of tomorrow's Dynamite, what they have is Mariah May versus Anna Jay, Hook, Chris Jericho, and Shibata versus the same Taylor promotion.
Shibata.
Yeah, they're using Shibata a lot more now. Tony Storm is doing a segment with Thunder Rosa. The Young Bucks are going to do the backstage footage, and they say we'll discuss for the first time. But technically, they weren't even part of it, so why do I need to discuss it besides the fact that they're EVPs? And then,
maybe think about Brawl out.
Right? Adam Copeland versus Penta for the TNT title. And Samoa Joe versus Dustin Rhodes in an eliminator match.
So they just want Cody to be upset all week, huh? Go put Dustin in the ring with Joe.
Yeah.
Go for Dustin. I was hoping Dustin was going to show up at WrestleMania. That would be sick.
I was hoping to.
Technically, he was there.
Yeah, and so was Ricky Starks.
Yeah,
Ricky Starks going crazy up top.
Be seen on TV.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing. That's another thing. Goes into my conspiracy. I'm pretty sure they're working. I'm pretty sure that by the end of 2020, I'm gonna give it to the end of 2025. We're gonna have something along the lines of AEW versus a WWE talent. Cause how are you gonna have one of the most historical moments and not show Dustin? One of the dudes that is with you, that has helped build your company, that is with another company that you're supposedly beefing with. You had that. Like, okay, you got Ricky Starks. We already went through that once already. But Dustin being there during the historical moment, that would have been an icing on the cake for AEW, especially once they already said a week in advance that Dustin versus Samoa Joe was going to happen. That would have been perfect. So I think that there's a respect there, and that there's a rapport that is being built there. So
there was a show at Mania where there were WWE people, AEW, Impact, New Japan, all of them. And it was mentioned on NXT.
Oh yeah, tonight.
So
Yeah.
GCW had their Bloodsport, and they mentioned Bloodsport on NXT.
Wow.
And Nick Khan has said that the WWE, I don't know if they're talking to different promotions, but said something about them being open to working with different promotions.
Man, the Paul Levesque era, man, it's about to have me cry because
now I can't say I don't see it being the main roster because they have sent Shinsuke, and then Shayna Baszler was a part of Bloodsport. But I see them working more with
promotions without TV deals.
Yes. And if they do have TV deals, they're like local TV deals because they have sent people to Booker T school or show in Houston, and they've wrestled there.
Didn't they do something with TNA though?
They've had TNA people come to the Royal Rumble.
I gotta check. No,
not the other way around.
Hold on. Yeah, you keep talking.
And that just segue into what we are now calling in the WWE the Paul Levesque era, which Paul Heyman did say in his Hall of Fame speech that he is a Paul Levesque guy.
He said McMahon married the wrong Paul, but
yeah, and then
everybody else can suck this.
Yeah, but Triple H also posted on his Instagram, "She's mine," or something. Or yeah, that was amazing. I love that.
Like when they're just having fun and making money, bro. It's so good.
Like you can tell that the Paul Levesque era is here. Like they like to say that it had started, but we all know that regardless of when Vince came back, the new era had started when he had first left. Because things were changing, people were coming back. But just some of the stuff that they've done, like production wise, the one shot
production.
Yeah.
That one shot loop that they've done with Sami Zayn walking out, Awesome Truth coming in. Yesterday, Sami Zayn getting himself hyped for his title match. Like, just small stuff like that. That over-the-top shot that they've been getting recently.
Yeah.
It's been really good. Ellen the Dragunov show coming on Raw.
And winning.
And
Roxanne Perez showing up on Raw and winning.
And them calling them wrestlers now.
Like there's certain things that they've done, there's certain things that they've been able to say that you can tell that the dirty old man and most of his cronies are gone. And I think it's really good for the WWE. People are excited. to like watch WWE products, they're not having the 3-minute squash matches. They're not doing that stupid thing where every match is 2 out of 3 falls. That was
Yeah.
the worst, one of the worst ideas that WWE ever made.
My uncle he watched Raw last night. He ain't watched Raw since
Probably 01.
yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Around the time that I actually stopped.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped more around 03, 04, but yeah. Tried to get back.
Like
it was because
he wasn't watching it since like Austin left.
okay, so then yeah, that's probably 03 then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but no, yeah, that's because honestly, if you wasn't a diehard fan, it was hard to watch. It was hard to engage because
in the trenches.
Yeah, y'all got it out the mud. But no, yeah, watching it back then, it was just crazy because it was like, all right, you're watching this and you get engaged with a story, and then next week they don't make no mention of the story. There's nothing going on, and then this guy's in a random match and getting squashed by Brock Lesnar. Like, wait, hold on, what is going on here? Like, yeah, so yeah, for
Heyman did mention Brock Lesnar.
Paul Heyman did mention Brock Lesnar.
So
twice.
Somebody put up a meme that Cody was lucky he didn't hear the Brock Lesnar music when he showed up on Raw last night. Oh no, is he lucky he wasn't black or something like that? Yeah. I was like, oh man, they stupid.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's just refreshing.
Yeah, it really feel like after a long time, it's like, oh, it's a new season premiere. Like it actually feels like a new season in pro wrestling.
Yeah,
WWE specifically.
And that's what we were talking about earlier. That they always have that. Oh, this is the season premiere, but the season premiere always feels like after Mania. So, welcome to the season premiere of the WWE. For Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
I'm about to make a bold prediction for Survivor Series.
They're doing Dragunov versus Trick. If Trick loses, he's going to leave.
Melo got to make sure he loses. Hey, turn the triple threat.
Ooh, yeah. I do want that triple threat.
Yeah, that triple threat would be good. Trick could be Melo again. Dragunov would be on Raw. Woo! I mean, he was already on Raw. Might as well.
Well, I think he's going to be officially called up after the draft.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, but what were you about to say, Chris?
No, Survivor Series. I think it's going to be NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown.
Ooh,
War Games.
That'll be amazing. That would be
12
amazing.
people?
That'll be amazing.
Yeah.
What, no, 15 people?
Yeah.
Do we get 3 cages?
No.
Is this World War 3?
2.
I'm pretty sure.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
WCW, they had World War 3, and they had 3 rings. I believe it was 3. Or did they
That's
do
not
2?
familiar. I think it was 3. I think you're right.
I think it was 2.
I think it was 3.
I'm like, looking it up.
No. That's my bold prediction.
Okay. That would be worth it.
Oh yeah.
And that'd be
there was 3 rings.
World War 3. Okay.
See, they could do it.
They could do it. But even if they only do it with 1 ring, I'm pretty sure there was ways to get it all taken care of. Well, no, I would want to see all 15 people in there. Just it being a bloodbath everywhere, people just flying everywhere. Yeah.
If anything, this is how I would do it. 4 people from SmackDown, 4 people from Raw, and then they both have to pick 1 person from NXT.
I want them
This
to
is
do
for
the.
the men's and the women's.
I want this to be a proper NXT invasion. Remember what happened when they was in Saudi Arabia back in what was 2019?
2019
Yeah,
November.
and they couldn't get a lot of their stars, so NXT
We
just
got
did an
Adam Cole versus
invasion.
Daniel Bryan on the Oh my god.
Man, that was crazy, and I wanted to be an invasion that leads up to Survivor Series, and they can do it. They can let that shit go right up after the draft. And honestly, I would say I can envision it being Raw, SmackDown, NXT all together, and then NXT really loses because of the fact that they just don't have the experience. Like I would be, but then that would lead to them creating a whole nother year of them getting themselves ready. Like that can be a nice little story, and you know Triple H can do 3-4 years of this, like. And then, like, when it gets time where they know that they can win, somebody get drafted to SmackDown and it just create drama. Oh man, it'd be amazing. All right, but yeah, that's just my thought. I would love to see that. All right.
Yeah, not a bad thought at all.
Okay. So even though that we just talked about the dawning of the new era, the Paul Levesque era, Bleacher Report put out a top 50 all-time WWE superstars. And they put them in order. They just didn't create a 50 list. They put them in order of who is number 1, who is number 50. I just want to put it, Big Show is number 50. And if you are wondering if they're putting like men and women together, like are they separating them? Lita is number 49. Okay. Number 1. I don't know how a lot of people would feel about this, but number 1 for WWE superstar of all time is Bret the Hitman Hart. He's number 1 on the list all time, right? But then you get somebody like, I'm just gonna say it, Goldust is nowhere on this list.
Okay. So they do have the criteria. So I looked it up. So determine the plan on following criteria: historical significance, championships, popularity, needle mover, time active, pay-per-view experience, and skills. So that's in-ring, mic, and charisma.
The only thing Dustin don't have is a championship. Like that's the only knock. Then here's the issue that I have with this list. You put Big Show on there. Granted, he was there for like 10 to 15 years in WWE. But he was a star in WCW beforehand. Like, I think I feel, and this is one of the things that I would feel, like a person like Big Show, a person like Booker T, probably should be kind of exempt based off the fact of their stardom, their superstar.
No. Because if that's the case, they have Mr. Perfect on here, and he was also in WCW.
But he was a star. He was a superstar in WWE before he got to WCW.
Big Show was a star in
WCW before he got to WE. It's the other way around. It's the other way around.
No, he was the giant. He was the world champion.
You're missing what I'm saying. Mr. Perfect, Intercontinental Champion, one of the longest runs in WWE. Superstar WWE went to WCW. Big Show, giant from WCW, superstar in WCW, went to WWE. Booker T, 5-time champion from WCW to WWE. Superstar. This is their stardom came before WWE. Mr. Perfect stardom was with WWE. That's like Big Boss Man's stardom would be WWE. Hulk Hogan's stardom.
But if that's the case, then Ricky Steamboat shouldn't be on there. Dusty Rhodes shouldn't be on there. Ric Flair shouldn't be on there because their stardom did not start with WWE or WWF. It started with NWA.
Their stardom was still local. WWF made them superstars. Well, with the exception of Ric Flair. I will give you the exception of Ric Flair. But Ricky Steamboat
Rhodes and Steamboat, they were stars in like the NWA.
Right.
And NWA was the thing.
They were the thing in the New York area. They were the thing in the East Coast. Rocky Mountain Wrestling was the thing around the South and the West. Like they had different areas where they did get a name. Like Macho Man, he was a superstar, and he was a superstar in the smaller promotion. When he got to WWE, he became the recognized face. Like that's what I'm saying. It's not like, oh yeah, these guys were no. When they performed in Madison Square Garden, like Jimmy Superfly Snuka, when he performed in Madison Square Garden, when Mick Foley talks about his story of seeing him, it was in WWE. Like we got that. There's a difference between, all right, like I said, Ric Flair transcended because he wrestled everywhere. He transcended NWA. Ric Flair was Ric Flair. He would be one of the ones where I would probably kick out. But people like somebody like Chris Jericho, even though he was one of my favorites, he wasn't a star. You can call hold on, because I'm not even looking at the list now.
You got Scott Hall. You got Kevin Nash. They were stars in WWE, but they became superstars in WCW.
No, we not doing. They were
outsiders.
They were superstars in WWE.
If they were, then they wouldn't have left.
No, they left because they was getting the bag from. They got a guaranteed contract from Eric Bischoff. And the one thing Vince said was that we don't guarantee contracts. That was the deciding factor. Not the money, not the stardom, because they were superstars. Diesel was a superstar without even being on the mic in WWE. And that gave credence to WCW when they came.
That's like saying Rey Mysterio wouldn't be a superstar without the WWE.
Rey Mysterio... that one is touchy because I would consider him a superstar before. Rey Mysterio was Rey Mysterio in WCW.
He's been screwed up my whole WrestleMania. I want to talk about Rey Mysterio.
No, but and this is where it's like Rey Mysterio. He is. I would consider him a superstar before WWE. His superstardom is transcend. I'll use Ray versus Eddie Guerrero. Was Eddie Guerrero a superstar in WWE?
Yeah.
People did not know Latino heat. They did not. People knew Rey Mysterio and that Lucha Libre mask because of Rey Mysterio. Eddie Guerrero did not get his superstardom until the Latino heat with Chavo in WWE.
Well, that's also because people didn't understand great matches when they saw them.
And that's true. But that's where the superstar, that's again, Ray. Even Ray had great matches with Psychosis, with Juventud, with all of these people. But we knew... I would tell you two superstars that Rey Mysterio is synonymous with Ultimo Dragon. People recognize Ultimo Dragon's mask without even seeing a full match from him. His star power transcended, but that's also what was going on with Rey. So when I'm looking at this, like Bruno Sammartino, he was a superstar before WWE. He was a star in his area before WWE. WWF made him the superstar. Hulk Hogan was a star that they poached from, wasn't it NWA? I think he was with NWA.
Mm-mm.
It was what?
It was another promotion, but it wasn't NWA.
But he was a star in that region. Everybody that saw him, it's kind of like when I started watching AEW and I'm talking to Chris about Kenny Omega, like, yeah, how's Kenny Omega? And he like, who Kenny Omega so good? Because he saw that region where Kenny Omega was the star. AEW made him commercial. And I won't even call him like really super commercial. If Kenny Omega went to WWE, his star power would be through the roof. Right? But some of these stars that they're claiming were like already big names before WWE. And that'd be the only thing that I would put at least an asterisk by. Like,
Well, let's just go down the top. We'll do the top 15 of this list. At number 15, let me get to it.
Number 15 is one of the greatest wrestlers ever. He is Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack. Mr. Mick Foley is number 15. I think
you
that
forgot Dude Love.
And Dude Love, my fault. With the sweet shin music. Oh.
He was trying to get himself ready for another match, his last match, but he ended up getting a concussion, so he kind of nixed it. Wish you well. Mick Foley, number 15.
Oh, wait. Okay. I think that he should be top 10.
That's fair.
He should be a top 10. And this is another thing. They're talking about impact. Mick Foley was one of the faces of the Attitude Era. He brought the hardcore title out. He's like, he made that thing. He was an icon for the Attitude Era. When you talk about any wrestling and you talking about memorable events, Mankind is being mentioned.
True that.
So for him to be 15 is it's crazy to me.
Well, number 14 is Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant should be in the top 5. Just because his impact on wrestling is greater than anybody else's. The fact that he was so big.
People just want to see the big man.
Yeah. The fact that Hulk Hogan slamming him is still like a big spectacle. The fact that he was the inaugural inductee for the WWE Hall of Fame. He is the only person to have a statue. No, because Dusty Rhodes now has one too. But Andre the Giant transcended wrestling. Like, he was in movies. He was just all of pop culture. The term icon was made for people like him. Granted, I am just reading it off here. Well,
I do agree. I can't put him in the top 5. Only reason why I can't put him in the top 5 is because of he was an icon, but he was an icon like the bearded lady is an icon. That is quite. He was literally a carny show that Vince.
That's what pro wrestling is. Just a bunch of carnies. History of wrestling.
That I know. But when I'm starting thinking of influential or impact, Triple H changed the game. And they got him number 21. Like,
Hey, guess who's
that's what
number
I'm saying.
13? Our tribal chief.
A 3-year storyline, almost 4-year storyline. Great. Yeah. Shield. Yeah. Big
Like,
dog.
Number 12, Rey
Not that again.
Mysterio.
Mm.
Number 11, Kurt Angle.
Stop bringing up Rey Mysterio. I don't want to talk about that man no more. Put
Number
him at number
10,
50.
Stupid Hogan.
Yeah.
Hogan should be higher.
Number 9, Rowdy Piper.
Roddy definitely in the top 10.
Number 8,
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels.
Should be higher.
Top
7,
5, yeah.
The Rock.
Should be higher.
Top 3.
Number 6, Bruno Sammartino.
He can go down. He definitely go
The
down.
longest reigning WWF champion
Yes, he can go down.
in history.
Yes.
A championship lineage that no one will ever break.
Yeah. Like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He sold out the Madison Square Garden on how many times?
No.
He trained
he's
the man who trained me.
okay. So there's a bias there.
Zbyszko.
No, I understand what you're saying. I said that he can go down. I didn't say he can go out of the top 10, but he can go down on this list.
Number 5, John Cena.
Okay.
Number
I can see him
4, The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Number 3, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Over Hulk Hogan.
Not gonna lie, I love Macho Man, but he could actually go down.
Yeah,
He definitely go down.
Number 2, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 1, Bret Hart.
I would switch those two.
You would definitely switch those two. And then you would switch The Rock and Bret Hart. I mean, but you would move The Rock up. Because now because as much as I love Bret Hart, even though
Bret's
when
awesome.
I was growing up, I hated him because my boy was Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
I think that the way that I would put it is that you can't talk about Bret Hart without talking about Shawn Michaels. You can't talk about Stone Cold without talking about Rock.
About The Rock, yeah.
You can't talk about Undertaker without talking about
Oh,
Mankind.
Mankind, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
But hell, you can't talk about Stone Cold without Bret Hart because it was that double turn that really got like Stone Cold like to that point where it's like, all right, there's something there.
Nah, Stone Cold was going to be there regardless. You even seen it when he got his neck broken. They just did promos for months for him. Because he was a star, and you can talk about Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold. You can talk about Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. You can talk about Stone Cold and Bret Hart. But when you start talking about
Undertaker.
You talk about Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. You talk about Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon. But the common denominator will be Shawn Michaels. When you start talking about the Rock, you will see that when you start getting into these names, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Mankind, those three names themselves, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Mankind, let's throw The Rock up there. When you start talking about Undertaker, when you start talking about Kane, when you start talking about Triple H, when you start talking about Bret Hart, these guys come up in all of theirs. But they come up with almost everybody else that you can name. Like when you start talking about the impact that they had, the classic matches that they had, the moments that they had, those guys, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, I will put Bret Hart number 6 and number 7. Just because Stone Cold, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Mankind, I'll put him at 6. Because regardless of what anybody say, the golden age of wrestling, when it was Hulk Hogan and it was Yokozuna and it was Undertaker is in that.
Mhm.
Like he's in that. But when you start talking about the golden era of wrestling, and then you start talking about that attitude era of wrestling, it is one introduced, and you can't take that away. But those guys elevated the game to the point where they could come back 20 years later and they're still revered. You get a Hulk Hogan and The Rock because you would love to see that because that's a dream match. You would get Hulk Hogan and you get Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair because that's a dream match. You would love to see that. But you could put The Rock against Barry Corbin and you'd be like, I'll watch that. It might be a squash, but I'll watch that. Like
It was a squash.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But you can still bring them out and it's going to draw, not because of it's a dream match, but just the fact that these guys are who they are. Their impact can't be touched. And the fact that Goldust is not in there is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
He's one of the people that spearheaded the Attitude Era because his character was so different. His character drew so much heat. His character became a fan favorite. Tony Storm's idea, Timeless Tony Storm, is a derivative of Goldust.
True
that. When they had Goldust, Val Venus was a derivative of Goldust, and he was going against Goldust. Like it is kind of crazy. Like, and I understand that there's a few people in there that just won't change. Roddy Piper is always going to be in the top 50. Hogan is going to be in the top 50. Ric Flair is going to be in the top 50. What's his name? Bruno Sammartino, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. But then those people won't be ever forgotten just because of the legacy they hold. They just probably their impact. They impacted the Attitude Era, but the Attitude Era took it and said, you know what, we're going to make this our own. Kind of like the Renaissance Era is doing right now. Kind of like some of the superstars, the New Day. They wanted to make it their own. They're the CM Punk wants to make it his own. Like this is and CM Punk is in the top 50. I don't know. Like, but he is the big draw and he had impact. And apparently he did change what the locker room is like, hearing everybody else talk about it. So I can't speak on it. So, but yeah, I just wanted to wax poetic about the Attitude Era.
Your hatred for him.
Yeah. But
is there anything that we need to talk about?
Man, yes. What did The Rock give Cody Rhodes? Told him not to break my heart again. Somebody said he gave him MJF's Dynamite Diamond Ring. I was like, ain't no way.
Oh,
that would be the craziest thing ever.
Triple H, I'm glad he redeemed himself because when he was young, there were so many stories about him being such a jerk. Now he's Papa Paul. When he won the championship, he gave Cody a gift. The gift was a watch. A lot of it may not be significant, but it was the watch that Dusty promised to Cody that he would give him when he won his first championship. What wasn't known was that he pawned it so they can so Cody and his sister can go to acting school. So that was something that was lost, but Triple H went and WWE, they went to go find that watch and they found it and they gave it to him. So that was an amazing moment. Yeah. Yeah, but I also wanted to share that because that's something that don't get talked about a lot. The little behind the scenes small stories. It probably didn't get talked a lot because Vince McMahon just never did shit like that without a price. So but is there anything else?
Not that I know of.
All right.
CM Punk crossed Drew again.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Well, no, he did that on Raw.
Yeah.
He cost him a chance to win the title or go for the title. It's going to Jay. I actually have to go.
All right. So with that being said, another episode in the books. We did it. If nobody told you that they love you, I love you. If nobody said that you're awesome, we think that you're awesome. Know that everything that happens for a reason. The good and the bad. A lot of times the good is just memories to remind you what it is that drives you to do what it is that you do. And the bad is lessons so you can learn from your mistakes. So when situation comes up, you can kill that shit next time around. And if you don't believe it, look at Cody. He finished his story. Anybody can do it. You can finish yours. We are. Yeah, but we are in a new era in wrestling. This is exciting. This can be the new era for you. So go on, kill that shit. Keep going. We got your back. We're rooting for you. CT just sung it. You can do it. But until next time, I want you to do what it is that you love doing. And either that's why listening to podcasts, that's playing 2K24, that is listening to Brian Alvarez, that's listening to Eric Bischoff, Cornette, Bully Ray, watching documentaries. I am still waiting. I'm trying to get myself together to watch the Bray Wyatt documentary.
The Bray Wyatt one, yeah.
Man.
I watched it. I cried at the end. I couldn't stop.
Yeah. So do anything that has everything to do with anything in wrestling. Until next time, peace. Love y'all. We out.